What's going on YouTube? Just wanted to drop off this video. I'm gonna speak a little bit more about what just transpired with the FEMA National Alert and what I believe is going on. Now, we see articles like this, and I believe that I'm going to dive into this right quick and then get back on topic on what I'm talking about. When I see articles like this, anti-vaxxers think an emergency phone alert will cause a zombie apocalypse. Notice how they threw the anti-vaxxers in this. See, but now the psychology behind this, to me, the psychology behind this is to continuously mislead the masses, because they made it seem as though that a zombie apocalypse was gonna occur from the national phone alert that was implemented a little while ago. And when people see that in hindsight and they see no zombies after that, it makes conspiracy theorists, or what they deem as anti-vaxxers, or whatever label they want to slap on people for thinking outside of the box and not conforming. So what they want to do is make these people look like utter fools. So this is just a psychological tactic that I believe they're using to discredit people who speaks the truth and what's going on. Now, of course, there's not going to be a zombie apocalypse. I mean, we're already going through that. Most people have a brain that they don't even use. They just follow what's stated on a box or on their phone, follow trends that leads to death or bodily harm. I mean, the world is already filled with zombies. Yeah, so I believe when we see articles like this, that this is psychological operations right here. This right here is to make the masses say, oh, they thought zombies was coming, and look what happened, no zombies. So everything that they say, this is them trying to recontrol the narrative while using propaganda. What I believe actually happened is the elixir that so many people took has been activated. And why some people may say, simply because the Internet of Bodies. Some of you may have seen the Davos where Yuval, the guy from Google, was speaking with Klaus Schwab. Let's see if I can pull that up right quick. And he was saying by 2030 how cell phones were going to be inside of us, that the technology was going to be inside of us. Now, I believe all of this ties into the Internet of Bodies by linking humans into the quantum computer, or this AI system, this massive database that they're gathering and putting together here. Let's see if I can pull this up. And the guy who creates all this technology, they say right here, he doesn't even own a smartphone. But these are the people who's telling us that this technology will be inside of us. Why would it be inside of us? And according to this right here, he doesn't even own a smart device. Let's go on. Not this article. Let's see if I can play a little clip. See, that's the whole video. I really didn't want to dive into this. Let's see. Yeah, so I'm not going to go watch the whole video, but this right here is the video right here. You'll find more of that on him talking about how humans are hackable beings now. Now, back to what I was saying, why I think this all ties into the Internet of Bodies. Now, recently over the last year, we had a pandemic that occurred and started. After this, the WHO and 194 nations implemented what they call the Pandemic Prevention, Preparedness, and Response Accord. So they're trying to get these 194 nations to sign their sovereignty, their health sovereignty, over to the WHO. So that way, next time during a pandemic, you know, the WHO and FEMA have complete control over how they respond to the pandemic, far-wise if they think people need to be locked down or, you know, hit with the elixir, so on and so forth, to implement whatever by any means to control whatever pandemic is going on at the time. So we have this going on. On top of that, they've been hitting at this, the Internet of Bodies, for those who don't know. I just want you to read some of the things right here. This is a short video. I'm not going to deep dive too much into it. So look, the Internet of Bodies. First, let me give those who don't know what the Internet of Body is a quick rundown on that right quick before I continue. So you can get a broader understanding. Now, in order for this to become a thing, right, you have to understand technology will have to be inside of us. The same thing that UFO is talking about, right? Now, this is what the Internet of Bodies is. We all know that collecting data, biometrics, and all of these things have increased over the last year, especially since the pandemic. The Internet of Bodies term was coined in 2016. It describes connected devices that monitor the human body, collect physiological, biometrical, or behavioral data, and exchange information over a wireless or hybrid network. What is a hybrid network? Wireless, y'all. So, such as heartbeat, blood pressure, sleep cycles can also be considered part of the IOB, which is Internet of Body cohort. However, we deliberately excluded them from our classification to avoid confusion with M-Health. Now, let's just go ahead and tell you a couple of things about it and what's going on now. The Internet of Bodies is going to connect us to all of this. As you can see, gather health, behavior, and biometric data. Alter the human body's functions. So do you see what's going on here? So I believe what transpired and what we all failed to realize or seem to have missed, in my humble opinion, is that this was indeed an activation. Some people expect to see zombies and things like that. Even in the movie, we have movies where they, let's see. Okay, like The Signal and so many other hinted at things like this. Now, people expected to see immediate results. People expected to see something physically going on with others when this signal was broadcasted. But that's not the case. In any movie that we see like this, The Signal, The Sale, so on and so forth, Kingsman, all of the movies that did the predictive programming with this, the one thing they all have in common is the signals, the frequencies is what activated whatever transpired after. You get me? Even in the movie The Last Days of American Crime, when they were being mind controlled, it was the signal that activated it. Just like on The Sale, this preview that I'm ready to show y'all right now. Fair use, fair use. Even though we're going to skip through some of this, we all seen this movie. I know a lot of us have.
Buddy?
Are you coming home?
Yeah, soon.
I want y'all to read the words that display in the, on the cutscenes. What if they controlled us? Just let's start reading these, right? See, now, this is what people expected to see right here. You see the chaos to ensue this right here. This is a misconception. This is, as I said, a lot of people speak on this like sigil magic, lesser magic. This is a form of lesser magic. You hear a lot of people speaking the truth and about spiritual warfare speak on that. Credits to New Breed and Call for Uprising, because those are two of the main ones that I heard speak on that. And I'm going to do a video about that as well. But a lot of people expect to see this because the predictive programming states that. Now, but what they fail to realize, it's the signals and the frequencies that activates whatever it is going on. So if this technology is in fact inside of millions of humans, however it got there, whether it's through the water supply, the food supply, or the elixirs and so on and so forth, right? It's the signals that activated this. The Internet of Bodies is going to connect everyone and everything to a major quantum computer that keeps track of everything. Brain-computer interface, connect brain signals to type or control prosthetic limbs from mind. Now, these are some of the advances that the Internet of Body is working on. A lot of these things are hybrid connected. A lot of these things are done remotely or wireless as well. But a lot of these things also have wearable devices. Now, the thing is, when you have someone such as Yurval meeting at Davos, at the World Economic Forum, is saying that this technology by 2030, 2050 is going to be inside of us, then you have to ask yourself, how is it going to be inside of us? Because I'm pretty sure everyone is not signing up to purposely have this. I know they're not going to jam the phone down our throat, because then we have a major problem. So the thing is to find a way to put it in you piece by piece. I'm talking about micro by micro. Piece by piece, nano by nano. Just read some of the things that's flashing above the screen. I'm going to try to pause it in between times so it won't flash past so quick. Implantable cardiac devices, implantable smart stents, indigestible digital pills, electronic health records, freestanding infusion pumps, sensors equip hospital beds, wearable prosthetics, wearable seizures, tension monitored body implant clothing with sensors. I mean, this is internet connected scales, implantable microchips, mental, wearable health trackers. This is just crazy. Now, this is the misconception, because you see how the Internet of Bodies, all of these things that they're describing here were wearable objects. That's not the case, even in this sense right here. They're showing that the clothes are wearable and able to transmit data and information throughout it, the wearable watches and so on and so forth. That is the furthest from the truth. See, like I said, they like to mislead, sort of a misdirection. They get you to focus here when their real attention is hidden over there. So this is what I believe that really transpired. I believe that the signal was just a test to see who's online, who's showing up, who got the elixir, so on and so forth, and who data are they able to monitor and collect already. So right now I believe that we're already pinged and located far-wise is with this digital network that they have going on, with these signals able to track, able to find, able to see, and so on and so forth. So if you ask me, in my humble opinion, is it something more nefarious? Yes, because everything they do is multifunctional. So the elixir could not just be for one thing. It don't have to be for just Depop. It could also be for what I'm speaking on now. It could also be for numerous things. So many other things that they implement and applications that they have are multifunctional. So yeah, that's what I think we're in. I just wanted to see if I could find a... Alright, now this is a quick video. Well, it's not really quick, it's 4 minutes long, but I'm only going to play somewhere just so y'all could get more of a grasp on what I'm talking about with this Internet of Bodies.
Wireless technology integrated with the human body was nothing more than science fiction. But today, Wi-Fi connected devices like heart rate monitors and sleep trackers have become common parts of American life. RAND researchers are studying
devices that are connected to the internet that contain software and that either collect personal health data about you or...
Now you see what they're saying. Now, so if Yurval is on one hand saying that smartphones is going to be a thing of the past because this technology is going to be in us by the year 2030 or 2050, if I'm not mistaken, correct? So now if you have someone who's leading the forefront to something like this, then we have to know that this technology that they're showing us now is behind. So them showing us all of these wearable items, wearable clothes, wearable headbands, wearable watches, these things are this is old news to us. This is old news since what is it, the Fitbit and, you know, the Apple Watch and the Samsung Watch. This is old. These people has been dealing with this technology. So that's one thing we got to understand. And like I said, we have the guy at the forefront leading this, who's backing this, saying that this very technology is going to be inside of us. So you know that this is outdated.